What's up, everybody? This is Hidden Angel Lionheart coming to you live once again with another Wartune Reborn video off of the Steam site. So, as you guys can see right here in the top corner here, you can see I have made the top 10. I have made the top 10 before previously, but a lot of people, well, not a lot, like a couple people passed me up in the bracket, and I managed to climb my way to the top. So, as you guys will be able to see, player level, I suck because level doesn't really matter in this game to the point where you just need to camp and build your stats, which is what I am honestly doing right now. So a couple of my guild mates are actually in the higher bracket, of course. And then player strength wise, I am top 9, well, for strongest, hence the top 10, of course. So then you have former guildmate Danny, I'm top number 9. My other buddies, Killer is 8, Deity is 7, Joe is 6, Saggy is 5, Fern is 4, Dragon is 3, Dylan is 2, and Doman is 1. Also, guild level, we are ranked the second strongest guild in level, and guild strength, we are also ranked second. So we are the second, unfortunately the second best guild, but we are technically rivaling the top 1 guild to the point where we are number 1 almost, because Magods is mainly full of alts at this point, we've all come to figure out. And, well, it's been a struggle, but we've been successfully increasing our numbers, luckily. Honor-wise, I'm ranked 45, which that don't mean nothing. Charm-wise, I'm still... Holy crap, I am dropping. Oof. Oof. That's rough. But, yeah. Then you have Light Fury, who faked her way to the top 1, and she became inactive and quit. So, yeah, that's been a struggle. Mount Strength, I'm ranked 9. However, I'm probably going to drop due to the fact my stupid self decided to buy one of those weekly mounts that gives you fake BR for only a week, which I was stupid. I did not pay attention. I was exhausted. So, stupid me bought a mount which was... Ugh, stupid mistake. Stupid mistake. I wish I didn't have done it, because right now I've just got Equestrian title, which doesn't really mean nothing, considering it's a fake title. Soul Strength, my Lucifer, the light Apollo sylph, is ranked 7 for all the other sylphs on server. And I believe my, yeah, my Iris, she is ranked, well, I named her after my girlfriend, Jillian. She is ranked 27 right now. However, I did some adjustments to her self gear and added some self divinity souls, so she'll probably be ranked higher up, luckily. So that'll be that. And then my other selves, my Hades, it is let me find it, because I named it after my knight's name. Yeah, Hades is ranked 83, but of course it's blue rarity, and I've not really been too focused on getting him ranked up any further. I've been focusing on Apollo, because Apollo, being a light sylph, is just as strong as dark, especially if you build it correctly, which I believe my Apollo is actually pretty good. Most of the other people here don't really know how to build a good sylph, unfortunately. And my Pan, which I named after my nephew Wyatt, he's level 17, and he's, well, you know me and my sylphs and so forth. I always have to name them after something with meaning or somebody that I know. I try to keep it normally family or friends or whatever. And mount strength wise, right now I have the Gaia Jolt, which was the brand new mount, and I'm only stables level 2 because I'm trying to wait for a mount event, because I really don't want to be using my mount whips until there is a training whip event, because that's normally when you get more stuff that you can use, like, depending what it is, like training whips, soul crystals, whatever, all that good stuff. And right now, I got the VIP amount, which is a given. And then I bought the Ruby's Eyed Steed, the Shadow Steed, the White Alpaca, and all these other ones here. The Snow Leopard, that's from events, I believe. And then Hurricane Steed, that's the special one that you can't get until you get your guild shop to level 10. And you have to buy like 20 of the crafting shards to create this, and it's normally 2,500 contribution, so that's like 2.5 million gold per shard, so it's gonna be a pain in the butt to get that. And then the Royal Steed, you don't get that until you're like higher Crusader rank, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then the Dark Knight horse, you don't get that until you have like, okay, 300 times 20, that'd be a crap ton of materials. And that's normally the main mount that you can't get until you've gotten all the crypt tokens for the crypt shop. So crypt shop, arena, and guild shop. So these three are easy to get. They just take, well, that's an understatement. They're easy but difficult all at the same time to acquire, so you have to do what you can. And of course I got the piggy, bacon! Luxury Jaguar. Then I got the pig in blue, bacon! And then all the other mounts, because if you guys remember correctly, all of these mounts are crucial to gaining BR. However, battle rating is to be very particular. And here's the Gaia Jolt, and that was actually from the event that they dropped. Ooh, a gargoyle. I would love to have that. But yeah, this is from the event that just dropped after the 2-week reset. So it's actually not bad. The one girl, Ferris, in my guild, she doesn't really like it. So it's just whatever. But these are all the other mounts you are capable of getting. But you have to be careful because, again, you have certain mounts. And I also got the Celestian Eagle. It is very beautiful and very sparkly. Also, and then... and that is the mount I was telling you guys about. It was fake BR, fake stats, only good for a week. I was so sad when I acknowledged later on that this mount was only good for a week. So, disregard this mount completely because the stats are just fake and are only there for as a temp. So, I was very sad when I found out because I thought the dragon was super freaking cool. But then again, what dragon is not cool? Especially in Yu-Gi-Oh! And also, anyways, back to Sylphs. This is the update, of course. Actually, before we get to Sylph, as you guys remember me talking about the skill tree for archers, 58 is the stopping point where you have all your perfect skills. So, Arrow Strike is 5, Double Shot is 5, Delphic Sniper is 3, Bloodthirsty Strike, which is... basically, you hit for so much damage, you get half of that damage back as your health, and then you have Lunatic Fire, all your passives maxed out, and again, as I have said before, 58 is your stopping point where you mainly want to camp at, and your skill tree is practically finalized for what you want to do for camping, arena, not a camping, fudge nuggets, what was I thinking? Trying to think, frick. Oh, okay, for like arena and stuff. So you're camping for BG. Well, camping was the term. For BG, arena, these would probably be the skills you'd want to use too. But if you're going solo, then skill tree 2. This is what you want to go for because arrow strike and double multi-shot aren't really a necessary, not a necessity. So I guess you could kind of, excuse me. You could take off the double multi-shot and apply the 2 to arrow strike, but then again, you have to come between poison arrow, armor piercer, and your adversary shot, and then you also have scatter shot. Now, scatter shot, this is basically your weakening build as an archer, because the one mainly here, this is an aggressive build, which you mainly 9 times out of 10 is always going to see archers using. However, the second skill tree for debuffing and making you weaker, the Poison Arrow, given the name, of course, once maxed out, you can deal 64% aftermath damage for 3 rounds, which is actually not bad. And with the QTE bonus, you are adding, I forget what the acronym for that is, but the duration is +1, so instead of 3 rounds, you're getting 4 rounds, which is nice. And the Deep Freeze, you're freezing your opponent to where you're dealing so much damage, and then for 3 rounds with the QTE bonus, you're slowing down their casting speed of their skills and spells and runes by 100%, so you're guaranteed to be slowing them down. And then for armor piercer, as the name suggests, you hit them so many times and you stack it to where the QTE not only does 25% extra damage, which is ridiculous, you can add up to 4 debuffs and you are reducing their physical defense stat by 250 points. So cap it out as 1,000 points. So you're wanting to break through their defense, so Armor Piercer is a major necessity to Archer with the debuff build. Poison Arrow, give or take, that's mainly what you want to use, but I normally see people using Armor and Poison. Then, if you want to take out the multi-shot, you would want to use the Deep Freeze, because if you use these 3 skills correctly, you are going to be a menace to deal with. And then you also have some people using the Bloodthirsty Strike, because that, of course, is your healing skill, attack skill. So, depending how you do this, of course, I'm tired. You normally want to be smart about this, but me being an Archer player, I never did mess around with the debuff build, so I'm still kind of tinkering with it. But for MPDs or whatever, or if you're doing Arena, you also have the Adversary Shot, which you deal so much damage to a single target, and then for 3 rounds, you're reducing the damage from your opponent by 30%, so you're adding a 30% debuff to their damage, which is nice. So, damage debuff, defense debuff, casting speed debuff, and a health loss debuff. So, as I was saying, this is kind of more of a I know archers are very easy to play as, but when you try to apply the second skill tree, it is a little bit more of a challenge when you think about it. It's almost complex to the point where, as a knight, because knights are very particular with their skill builds, or skill tree builds, same thing with mage. Every class, when you try to build the second skill tree, there is complexities to the point where you are trying to figure out what works with what. You just gotta work with what you're comfortable with for the most part. And with Scattershot, of course, as the name suggests, you are debuffing all bonuses. So if you were going up against a team of knights, a team of mages, you would take away their healing and shields, because knights have the shields, mages are your healers. So give or take, Scattershot is needed especially if you're in Team Arena, because you have healing Suntoria spammers, then you have the Agron shield knight spammers. So debuff is a must. So however you want to play around with the Armor Piercer and the Poison Arrow, I don't see people using Deep Freeze that much. If you do, it's whatever. Considering Deep Freeze and Armor Piercer have the same amount of damage, where Poison Arrow, you're forcing your opponent to lose so much health as you're dealing damage from the shot itself. So it's whatever you want to go with. But those are the 2 skill trees you want to look for when you're building an archer. Like, more tips for you guys. Also, I know I keep saying sylphs, but I want to keep that for last, but it is what it is. So, sylph-wise, Apollo himself, he is level 55 with 23,330 battle rating. His skills are Shining Strike, Beam Sword, Light Arrow, Ray, and your Delphic Sword of Judgment. And for your other passive skills, you have immediately, which is Radiant Soul, which is what each sylph comes with their own first passive skill. And the other one you want to go for is Master of Light, which gives you 5% extra damage, which is actually very nice. And his gear for right now is blue rarity, so I'll be able to have up to 2 Divinity Souls. So I have magic attack, because Lucifer, or Apollo, is the magic sylph. Therefore, magic sylphs, magic damage. I keep spitting out stuff. Crap. And, it's been a struggle, and enchanting him and upgrading him to legendary rarity is being a little complicated at the moment. But I'm like almost to rank 2 as purple rare. Well, rare itself. So it's been a struggle, and it's super expensive to max yourself out, because honestly, if you wanted to max him out to legendary rarity, you would have to spend about a few $100 just to max out yourself. But I'm not in no hurry. I'm not trying to... Well, I mean, I am trying to be the strongest archer on the server, but I'm in no rush, honestly, and with things how they are, and I'm waiting to build stuff up. Like, you guys know me to be a major pack rat back in the day. I'm trying to build up my Mara. I'm trying to build up my Sepulchrum. Right now I have 51 Sepulchrum, so whenever there's another Sylph event, I'll be able to upgrade. but I've been the impatient one, and I've just been using all my Sepulchrum, which of course ends the stats. And then for skills, well, you already seen the skills. And refine, apparently he can be refined at level 60, which I find to be completely ridiculous. And I do not have enough glint of magic or light. Light and glints, I don't have much of those because I only can get the sylph packs from frickin' events and stuff, which is completely stupid. And the next sylph I've been working on, honestly, is my Iris, because again, I want to be a healer. I want healing support, especially when you have those people that don't want to help and so forth. Also, I named a sylph after my boss from work, so if you see this, I apologize, but I named you after the goat, so therefore, yeah. TT is the Lord Pan, and I have 3 of them, so I named the other one after my buddy Will. Of course, one after Wyatt, one after my nephew, and my niece, Riley, which is Wyatt's baby sister. She just turned 13. My friend Faith, I call her Faithy, so of course I made her an Amazon queen. And then the Hades after my knight, of course, as you guys always have known me by. Well, him and my mage, of course. So, moving on. That is what I'm mainly going for, and when she's 55, her skills are, right now, Deluge Strike, Warm Spring, and Archeon Wave, and the passive Ocean Mirror, which gives you the plus 5% in healing effects. So, when she goes to 55, I'm contemplating on giving her either Master of Light for her 1 passive, or the Spirit Wall, not wall. Because it affects Warm Spring to where, when it's used, you get a 5% debuff for 3 rounds to where the attacks you get are 5% weaker, which is nice considering it would be a wall. Where Master of Water, when you go to use Archeon Wave, it basically acts as a Holy Seal to where you can bind the opponent for 1 turn. So, give or take, it is what it is. But also, depending how you want to build your Iris, yeah. You want to be very particular with the skills because you can't get any of the better skills until purple, but there's only like 1 good skill, unless you're wanting to build a frickin' Iris Triton to where it's just straight up support with no attacks. So then, of course, 55, I'm probably going to go with Tsunami, which is a heavier attack for her, and then you have Rain Dance, which is basically an AoE heal. So, restores 133% plus 500 extra health to all teammates. So, this would basically be a blessed light for Iris as a mage, well, playing as a support. And then you got Tsunami, which is basically 156 extra magic water damage to all enemies, and also removes a debuff from allies with the lowest health. So therefore, you're also healing yourself of a debuff. So say, for instance, if your opponent were to hit you with Iridescent Shot or binded you or whatever, Tsunami would be able to cleanse you of that. So Tsunami and Rain Dance are the main 2 skills you want to go for when you're building Iris. Of course, that's my personal preference. I mean, unless you want to use, like, frickin' Ice Armor, which cleanses debuff from all allies, so if you have a bleed, you can use this. And then, Neptune's Blessing, you just increase your healing for 20% for 3 more rounds, which is kind of stupid, honestly. But that's just my opinion, so unless you get all heals with frickin' Ice Armor, and then you would do the Ice Shield, which basically takes so much of your health and applies it as a shield. It's like a knight, per se. And then Water Spirit would ensure the teammates with the lowest health can dodge critical strikes for 2 turns, which is nice. I mean, if you want to build a support Iris, by all means go for it, but I would not personally recommend it unless you have a second Iris. And if you just want to be full support with heals and no attacks, go for it. If you want to go with any attacks and only the 2 heals, yeah, go for it. That's Gucci and all forth. But yeah, that's it for those 2. The other sylphs, I won't really explain much until they're 55 or higher. If you guys want me to do another sylph video specifically to where I can help you guys build your sylphs to where you want them to be, I'll happily do that. You guys know I did that when I was doing Hall of Heroes before they shut that game down. Unfortunately, screw you, Gaia. And no craps given. But anyway, yeah, there is all of that. So if you guys want me to do another video to where I'm explaining sylphs and going into deeper detail, by all means, I will happily do it. Like, I'm doing my videos to help you guys out. You know this. Also, moving on, for Astral-wise, we have level 5 Pristine Orange Force, Pristine Fortitude, Pristine Willpower level 4, and the other 5 are Goddess Blessing and Sniper's Edge. Sniper's Edge helps you with the crit. Refined Goddess Blessing just reduces more damage for you. Willpower, Magic Defense, Fortitude, 1080, and Force is also 1080, or 1080. So, also for the gold and so forth with the Archer update, I've been very particular on when I'm spending my gold and everything. And for right now, I'm trying to work on gear, and I'm also trying to work on my guild skills to where they're maxed out and I get more stats added to my Archer. So I'm either contemplating saving my gold to do this, or I'm going to be saving my gold to max out my 50 gear, but it's going to be a good couple more months until I get my full 50 set. I had the option, just like everybody else, to buy the crystals to make my 50 set, but I thought to myself, is it really worth it? Like, I already bought the shards for my 40s gear, as you guys have bluntly seen. So, and my battle rating for right now is 57,380, but that is also because of the blessing wheel from Kynet, and I found me a little trick to work with that. So, unless you guys want to know the trick, oh, there's a Lionette from Dolly Games. Shout out to her. There is that. And, ooh, I forgot to do this. And then you have the Wheel of Fate. Now, of course, I've been kind of unlucky with this. I only got 3, so a couple more days and I'll have level 1. Wow, that's some BS right there. It is what it is. But I miss my mage, Hall of Heroes mage. I miss you so much. But also for gems and such, I pretty much have almost all level 5 everything, which is actually really nice. And the last thing I pretty much have to work with is physical defense gems. That'll be my next task for the gem event. But I need 1 more magic defense to go to level 5, and until I can make my rings level 50, 55 rings, or actually no, 50. My 50 rings legendary, rings legendary. I'm not really too concerned about the rings. I mean, legendary is nice, but I'm trying to build my gear up to where I have my level 50 Harpy set. And plus, not too many people are 60 on this server, and unfortunately, there's a few people that are not very helpful. They kind of just play favorites at this point, I've just come to notice. But other than that, I'm doing pretty well with building my gear, and I honestly do have enough crystals built up to where I can at least craft 1 of the sets, and I have enough legendary shards to make 1 of them legendary, so I'll probably make the bow legendary. Then I'll be working on the cap, the armor, and the brooch, unless they do another event to where you can buy the crystals. And if that's going to be the case, then I may or may not buy the 60 set, because, again, the 60 set is, like, closer to comparison to the 50s gear, so that would probably be something I would think about getting for sure. And you need at least 1,200 level 5 crystals to get this frickin' gear. Ugh. And I pretty much did the math. 300 of these, that would be pretty much a solid month to get this. So it's like 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it takes about 4 months to get your frickin' 60 set, where 70s is like close to a frickin' year, plus your 80s set. That's a complete drag and a major wait time for sure. But of course, you got some people that don't like to wait and they just want to rush everything. And also my VIP level is 6, so I'm good with doing the altar and my astral, so I'll one-click stuff. It'll be good. It'll be Gucci. And also, here's the self-equipment enchantment pack, like I was saying. For right now, you can only get it from events, which I find to be complete hogwash. And you can get up to at least 200 a day, but of course, me being me, I'm not spending like an insane person just going for that stuff. Like, I'm kind of just playing the waiting game right now, and I'm trying to get what I need. And then at some point, I will go for the self-equipment enchantment packs, because they will be the main source of getting myself stronger. And then at some other point, I will work on getting or buying the frickin' well, they did have it, they got rid of it. The self gear that refines from blue to purple. So that will be my next agenda when all is said and done. And astrals take for frickin' ever. They are a crucial point to gaining BR and everything else. And also soul engraving. The soul engraving event, it's just pitiful. Like, okay, I get it, you're giving us crystals, but you're not giving us the frickin' stuff that we get from the event. Like the warlock materials and everything. I just thought was completely stupid. But there's that. So it's all blah, 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 blah. But also, yeah. Okay, I think there was one more thing I wanted to cover. Crap. Actually, I think that might be it. But for right now, my Apollo puts me at 57,000 BR with the bonuses. And my Iris, Jillian, water creation magic, she puts me at 56,000. So it's actually not that bad of a gap. I just need to get her to 55, and I might just main her when I'm offline or whatever, so I can get heals and everything else. But my Apollo is more of the aggressive build. But yes, I'm also going to be making a video doing catacombs with my archer, just to show you just how strong he's become. Oh, okay, that was the other thing I wanted to show you guys. Alright, well, with Apollo on, of course, light creation magic. Okay, so his physical attack is over 15,000, which is not bad. Physical defense is over 10,000. Magic attack, not really necessary, but it also helps boost your magic defense, so it's a plus. And critical is over 2,400, which is not too bad. It's actually decent. Magic defense is almost 10,000. It's 9,817. And then with health plus the Apollo Divinity Souls at level 2 is 74,768. Then you also have some other stuff that you can use to... Ow! Front tooth just started feeling weird. But, yeah. So, there's all this. Strength and everything else is pretty much up to date. And my titles I have is top 10 on server, private champion, Sylph Warrior, elite warrior, which is what I am for right now. And the arena top 10, I am in the top 10. Spelunker, because I cleared catacombs. Smooth operator, because I'm in top 10 for charm ranking. And top 10 for equestrian, fake title. Mortal blow, I did deal the final blow to the world boss, so I was very happy about that the other night. I got top 3 in archers, top 4 overall, and then, yeah, that was actually a very good night. Then Thunderbringer, which is one of those special titles you get from the event, you have to buy, of course. It boosts your physical attack, magic attack, and health stats by 1,000. So be the embodiment of power, strength, and control, bringing thunderous justice to the enemies. Attributes of 100 magic attack and physical attack boost, plus 1,000 health. So titles-wise, those are also going to be another thing that's going to be crucial to building my BR some more. Dragon Soul also is maxed out for right now until I go to 60, which I'm not too concerned about. And of course, I need to work on my resistance stuff, but that'll also come in due time. I'm not too concerned about it. And of course, as it says, here's my YouTube name, and of course, call me Locke, Guildmaster of Transcend. But yeah, I'm quite proud of everybody on my server, well, and in my guild, of course, because some of the members from Gods are still considering wanting to come over to my guild, which is actually really nice. And my guild is basically a family. We are all a family. We may have some moments and we may get upset with one another, but we appreciate each other and we give a crap about one another. But anyways, I think that's going to be it for this cover video, guys. This is my Archer update for you guys. Let me know in the comment section below what you think, what you want to see, what you want me to do. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, or please leave a like and a comment in the comment section below. Also, subscribe to me if you're new to the channel. Share me around with your other Wartune buddies, or if you want to get into the game, we are on server 101 for the Wartune mini client for Wartune Reborn and Steam. So those two are cross compatible for servers, which is actually really nice for sure. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. And also, this is my new clothing set I got, which was the Superb Warlock outfit, which is actually very sparkly, very pretty, of course. Yeah. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and like I said, till the next video, take it easy, and there will be a Catacombs video to be coming up here soon. So until then, you guys be safe, take it easy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I repeat myself so much, I'm sorry. But until then, adios. Till the next video, guys. Later days.